What is up, everybody? It's Connor from Unscripted, back again with another video. In today's video, we are talking about the CDL Major 1 bracket, and we are talking about some interesting beef we have going in the CDL Twitter. And as always, we'll be doing it off the script. So let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down in the comment section below as well with your thoughts on the bracket and or the beef we're going to get into. And subscribe to the channel if you are wanting to stay up to date with all things CDL throughout the course of the season. So let's get right into it. Here we go. As you see on screen, we have the bracket for Major 1. So the two teams that finish with the best seeding on each side is obviously Atlanta FaZe and the Dallas Empire. They will be taking on the winners of these first matches here on Thursday. We'll get to the schedule in a minute, but yeah, here's the winners bracket and the losers bracket down at the bottom, and here is the schedule for that. So the two losers bracket, or they call it eliminations round. Elimination round 1 will be on Wednesday. Ultra versus London and Seattle versus Florida, which is kind of interesting to see. Florida and Toronto playing on day 1. It just seems weird based on what we expected preseason. Florida was supposed to be a very good team, and Toronto was supposed to be at least a medium tier team. So to see those two teams playing on the very first day of the major is just a little bit of a surprise. But crazy things are going to happen early in the season. But regardless, so we'll have Paris. They finished 4th in their group. They will be taking on the winner of Seattle versus Florida, and then Minnesota will be taking on Toronto or London. So I'll be back with predictions and all that stuff, but I just want to go over the bracket right now. So obviously, one thing to keep an eye on is we can potentially get Optic versus Empire in round 2 of the winners round. That would be on Thursday, and that would be a very, well, not only just a very good game in terms of the Call of Duty being played, but just a drama-filled game with a lot of storylines and the whole Crim 6 beef with Scump and being part of the dynasty, and just to be these being two of the most historic, esports Call of Duty franchises. So there's a lot to watch in that one for sure, but Optic obviously has to get past New York first for that to happen, and New York is playing some very good Call of Duty right now, so no given. And then on the other side in the winners bracket, we have the LA Battle of the LA, essentially LA Thieves versus LA Gorillas, with the winner of that taking on the Atlanta FaZe in round 2. So I believe how it's going to go is these two games are on Wednesday, the two that I'm circling here, and then these winners round 1 games and losers round 2 will be on Thursday. So that's 4 games on Thursday. On Friday there will be 4 more. It will be winners round 2 and elimination round 3 on Friday. Saturday we'll have eliminations round 4 and 5, so 3 matches on Saturday. And then Sunday we'll have elimination final, winners final, and the grand final. So 2, 4, 4, 3, 3 is how the games are going to go down Wednesday through Sunday. Of course, Sunday could be a very tiring game, or a very tiring day for an unfortunate team who might have the mishap of losing in the winners final, winning in the elimination final, and then playing again in the grand final. So that would be a very long day for that team. Honestly, that knowing the strength of pretty much these 3 teams, Optic, Dallas, and Atlanta, would not surprise me to see one team do that. Let's just say, for example, the winners final is Optic versus Atlanta, and Optic loses. They go down here and they play Empire in elimination final and beat them. Then they're back in Atlanta in the winners final. But whoever it is, either way, that's going to be a long day for whatever team that might be. But regardless, it's a stacked bracket. I mean, look at that winners bracket. Other than LAG, they're definitely the weakest team up there. That is the 5 best teams. Not even close. Definitely the 5 best teams other than LA. Like I said, LAG. So it's a stacked bracket. People are very excited for it. I'm excited to watch it. Unfortunately, we do have to wait and get through these 2 games first, London versus Ultra and Surge versus Mutineers, before we get to the winners bracket. But either way, I'm looking forward to that, and it's going to be an awesome major, I'm sure. Like I said, I will be back with predictions for all that later, but I just want to go over the bracket and show you guys what it looks like now. So that's what it looks like. And now let's move on to what some might call the more interesting part of the video. So there was this tweet put out by Hastr0, obviously the owner of MV, or whatever he is, founder, owner, MV, and the Dallas Empire and all of that good stuff. And he says this was a big-time match versus LA Thieves last night for 1 seed in the COD League Major. Got the 3-0, and the Thieves are suddenly quiet again, starting a little bit of beef on social media. Hastr0 has always been a little bit of a pot stirrer, an attention grabber, whatever you want to call it, and he was definitely on it in this one for sure. He was planning to get some reactions, and he sure did. It got a little bit crazy. He said again, not even a mention of the match before or after on some of those timelines. That's how you know you've asserted dominance. And then LA Thieves coach JCap, he inserted himself into the conversation first, said, "Don't you ever get tired of this crap, man?" Hastr0 says, you know me pretty well. Why'd you even need to ask that question? Cap said, figured at some point you'd be tired of begging for attention. And then Courage, the big previous Call of Duty announcer and big streamer for LA Thieves, or in the 100 Thieves organization, he gets himself involved. He says, come on, bro. Hastr0 has to be the one to tweet when Envy wins a match because there are no Envy fans to do it for him. Just take a look at their average, their subscribers and their channels and all that. I'd rather run a successful all-around business. Hastr0 replies, Jackie cares so much about money and views. That is obvious. Don't assume that those are what drive me also. It's been about realizing the potential of our teams, blah, blah, blah. Courage comes back. Come on, Mike. You were below average Call of Duty professional, became below average Call of Duty commentator, and are now hemorrhaging money as a team owner. I'd keep replying, but this is the most interaction you've gotten since you snaked Clayster. There's Hastr0's reply. Jack, you really don't have a clue about our business. Slanging ads on Twitter and YouTube is not the only way to support an esports org. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to take any pop shots. And then Jack says, Courage says, not going to take any pop shots. You legit can't take our name out of your mouth because you envy what we have. Pun intended, I'm sure. Our intern show gets more views per video than your entire 3 channels in 1 month. One apparel drop earns more than your entire business in 10 years of merch. So, obviously, I don't even want to say anybody took a win in this one because it's just a weird interaction to me. Like, Hastr0 is correct. He has one of the most successful, in terms of winning championships, one of the more successful Call of Duty teams ever. Envy, now the Dallas Empire, at least 2 championship rings, and just a lot of success in other esports as well. Courage coming back and saying, 100 Thieves is not, they're about a business all around, and they definitely, they have the stronger brand, I would say, for sure, with Nadeshot and Courage and Symphony and their content house. They have the stronger brand, so they're both correct in what they're saying. Jack is correct in saying, hey, we bring in all these viewers and all these merch sales and all that, and Hastr0 is saying, yeah, but we win championships, that's what I value more. So they're both correct. It's just weird that they have to do this on Twitter. I don't know. We're going to see JCap here. This guy named Thorin, I never even heard of this Thorin person, but he was like getting all over Cap and just making weird tweets. He's like writing a big long, whatever you want to call it, fan fiction about JCap. It's just weird. I don't even know how else to explain it. Just a very weird day on Call of Duty Twitter. This Thorin guy was taking shots at Simp. He was just taking shots at JCap, pretty much everybody. Then people were coming back at him, making comments to him, so all around craziness started by, like I said, this tweet from Hastr0 here, and that is definitely, another storyline to watch in this tournament because there's a decent chance these teams rematch at some point. We can go back to the bracket, and obviously they would not be able to rematch either until winners final or until somewhere down here in losers, maybe round 4, because, you see the setup, but at some point they could match up again, and if they don't at this major, they will, throughout the season, obviously, they'll match up again. So it's an interesting beef to watch. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know if that's going to be an ongoing thing. I don't know if Hastr0, he seems like the kind of guy who, if LA Thieves would come out and they'd beat Dallas the next time, he wouldn't say anything at all. And then I'm sure Courage or JCap, whoever else would be taking shots back. So it just might be a never-ending cycle of drama. And I'm here for it. I love it. I wouldn't get myself involved in drama if I was a big person like this, I don't think. But in terms of bringing eyes to the scene, it works, whatever it takes. I'll see if I can find the tweet here. At one point, COD Twitter was the #1 trending, or one of the #1 trends on Twitter. I think Rab, someone might tweet it to Rab. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's not here. But yeah, anyway, there was like 16,000 tweets with the hashtag COD Twitter. So there was a lot going on from this tweet from Hastr0, and whatever you want to say, it brought eyes to the scene. There's no doubt about that. And then getting Courage involved surely brought eyes to Hastr0's tweet as well. Courage being as big as he is and 100 Thieves being as big as they are. It's a win-win for Hastr0. He gets to brag about how many championships he has, and he gets to he gets to get the extra exposure from people with a lot bigger of a following than him. I don't know how many followers Courage has on Twitter, but I know it's a lot. So let's see if we can find it. Jack Courage Dunlop. 1.6 million followers compared to Hastr0's 155,000. So I'm sure Hastr0 doesn't mind that engagement whatsoever. If he's getting roasted by Jack, he doesn't care if it's for the 1.6 million followers. That is more eyes on him and his team, and that is more people that he's getting to let know, hey, look, my team just won our group. We are the #1 seed in our side of the bracket, and we are ready to go win this major. So whatever works, whatever it works to get eyes in the scene, I'm for it. If it brings in more viewers, it brings more attention to the scene and more attention for these players and their skills, I am all about it. That said, that's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like on it, leave a comment down in the comment section below with your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you are ready for some more CDL content, because there will definitely be more of it coming out this week, prior to, during, and after the first major. I'm very excited to watch it, and I hope you are too. So I hope you had a good day, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.